So in St. Louis, we have a tradition. Every March 14th, we celebrate 314 Day. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. That's Pi Day, right? Well, for the rest of the nation, it is. But here in St. Louis, 314 Day is a celebration of all things St. Louis. And to commemorate 314 Day for this year, I wanted to make sure that Foresight Studio had plenty of art and things out and ready to be collected, to be worked on, to just kind of show our participation in 314 Day. So I figured I explain why we do 314 Day, why we have our own separate holiday that we created, and what it means for the community, and what I created, and how you guys can participate in our version of 314 Day, the real 314 Day. Nobody cares about pi. Nobody cares about an equation. It's 314 Day. It's all things St. Louis. With that said, let's get into the video. Let's go. Alright guys, so for those of you all that don't know, 314 Day got started years ago as a celebration of all things St. Louis, to celebrate the St. Louis community. It really has origins in the Black community here in St. Louis. And the reason why we celebrate March 14th, 314, is because the area code here in St. Louis is 314. Make sense? Makes sense. So yeah, we know everybody else around the country celebrates Pi 314 because of the 3.14, I should say, because it's this great equation. And yeah, Pi doesn't have cool things like the St. Louis Cardinals, the Blues, Emo's Pizza, St. Paul's, Vest Soda, Roper's Ribs. It doesn't have none of that. Only St. Louis does. And that's the reason why we celebrate things like 314 Day. Now, past 314 Days has always been punctuated with a major concert event or events on the same day. Normally one for the kids where a big national musical star is brought in, and maybe one for older people where older acts from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s are brought in. And most of our promoters we're looking towards this day as that's kind of the day that really kicks off the year as far as promotions go, concerts, and it just really kickstarts us into the spring and into the summer. Unfortunately, last year put a halt to all of that. It doesn't look like we'll be able to get back to the normal 314 Day celebration this year. Hopefully next year by 2022. That's what we're hoping. So kind of a bummer there. Normally the buzz in the city is at an all-time high, and people are really looking forward to the day. So I'm hoping we can get back to normal. But we are kind of in this transition period where the vaccine is getting out, people are getting better. Some states have just decided to open all the way up. I ain't even gonna talk about that. But there are things that are happening for 314 Day. And what I wanted to do, as far as Foresight Studio was concerned, was just create some things to help highlight some St. Louisans that are some hometown heroes that are doing big things outside of town, and just kind of highlight what they're doing and give people something fun to do. So with that thought in mind, I decided to focus on the NBA, and two of our biggest stars in the NBA are Jason Tatum and Bradley Beal. You might have heard of those guys, and if you haven't, you need to hear those guys. Obviously, they're just doing massive things. They're going to be on the All-Star game, scoring points, defense, everything. they're both tearing it up in the league, and it's good. They're really representing it. If you see Bradley or Jason when they're doing their interviews, they normally have the St. Louis hat on, bent to the side or whatever. How we wear it, how we sport it. So can't ever be mad at them for that. What I figured I was going to do was create some digital trading cards of Bradley Beal and Jason Tatum, and then also create a free downloadable coloring page that people can download on 314 Day, and you can just print out and color so that you can kind of have a keepsake. I also wanted to kind of create a logo for 314 Day, and I did that, and I just really wanted to just really make sure that one of the things I wanted to do is I really wanted to make sure that my company, Foresight Studio, is really invested into our community. So acknowledging and celebrating things like 314 Day is very, very important to me. Anyway, to me and to my mission as part of our community investment. And it's fun. I wouldn't have it any other way. And what we're going to do now is just going to go ahead and get into the creation of these drawings for these cards and everything, and come back here and we'll wrap this all up. Alright guys, so the first person that I started drawing out was Jason Tatum. If you don't know, Jason went to school here in St. Louis, born and raised here in St. Louis, went to school here in St. Louis. Eventually ended up playing a year of college for Duke, which obviously, you know, that tradition over there at Duke. So going into that championship culture. Jason is he's coming into his own. He's playing for the Boston Celtics now, and he's really kind of becoming that leader that team is looking for. And the drawing that I want to do, I really wanted to show him kind of in that role of kind of taking the lead. He's got the ball, he's holding his hand out, and I think it was it was interesting because there's certain quirks with him, like getting his eyes right and really getting his build a certain way. Even though these are very cartoony caricatures of these guys, I definitely wanted to make sure that I had the build a certain way. And when I see the youngsters, he's not wiry, but he is a very thin build. So I wanted to make sure I highlighted that. So drawing Jason was really cool. Make sure I made the proper exaggerations, like his beard, his haircut, a little bit, muscle tones, those types of things. Again, he's really at the beginning of his career, so to speak, and he already has like one incredible block against LeBron James. We all remember that. They ended up losing, but he still got that block. And he's just all around really good kid, from what I understand, and he always represents the city. So I definitely wanted to make sure I gave the proper representation for him that I could. So the next guy I was drawing was Bradley Beal. Now he's the older of the two. He came out in, when was he drafted? 2012. He was drafted in 2012 by the Washington Wizards. He played college for the Florida Gators. So if I have any Florida fans here, that's where he's from. He played basketball for Florida, SEC, and Brad is again just one of those kids that's just really all about it. Now, here's the funny thing about it. He and Jason both attended the same school, which is Chaminade College Preparatory School here in St. Louis. So I don't know what it is about Chaminade, but they've been putting out our basketball b-ball stars lately. Right now, it's a lot of speculation on Brad where he's going, because he's been on a tear. Like, he can score 40 points in a minute. It doesn't matter where he's at, but You know, a lot of people are thinking that maybe it's time for him to go to another team, something like that. I'm not going to get into all of that. Wherever the brother's happy, that's where I want him to be. So right now he's been with the Wizards. He's been really building his career there with the Wizards, and you know, you never know. They might get a good run, and you never know where he's going to take it. As far as the drawing was concerned, I really wanted to highlight his abilities as an offensive threat. So if you see him, he's got his, you know, he's got the ball. He's charging down. He's charging. Well, he's he's running down the court. He's looking in. He's looking to score. So I wanted to make sure that I kind of had him more in offense mode than anything else. Again, with these guys, it's always about nailing the eyes, and I really had a lot of trouble with his eyes at first. Finally figured it out, but it took me a minute. And that's always the thing. Sometimes with caricatures, I can nail it right off the bat, and other times it takes me a minute for some stupid reason. I don't know. Sometimes my eyes have to adjust to what my mind is seeing and what I want. It's always that tug of war. And I'm always worried, you know, somebody will look at it and be like, well, that don't look like me, which, you know, even though they're cartoony characters, I still want people to see some resemblance and feel like, okay, you know, I want them to feel happy whenever they see the drawings of them, like, okay, this dude he's really coming to honor me. So hopefully if Jason or Bradley see these, they'll like the drawings, and hopefully it'll go from there. But really with Brad, the other thing was just making sure he's a little bit, I think, bigger muscle wise than Jason. So I tried to make sure I had that in the drawing. And overall, I really like how this drawing came out, especially like just the speed and the power that he was exhibiting in his pose. So for the most part, super happy, and could not be more proud of these guys and what they're doing, how they're representing the city. guys, well, that was fun, and let's check out how the digital trading cards and the coloring page came out. So once again, one of the reasons why I'm doing this is because I really want the studio to have a very deep foothold in the St. Louis community, and doing special things like the coloring book page, which is going to be a free download on my social media and my website, is really important to me, because we have to celebrate things like 314 Day, because that's the community really showing its pride and really coming together, especially because times have been super duper tough the past year and a half, almost 2 years now. So really important that Foresight Studio is in the mix on days like 314 Day, Annie Malone. So you're going to be seeing projects that are really related to that. I may even do some more artwork for 314 Day because it's Sunday and I got a chance I can do some more. And so you may see some more awesome videos about that. Like I said, the coloring book page, that's going to be a free download. You can get it on the website. You can get it on my social media. It's going to be a high quality download. I think you guys will love it. Now, I have a very special plan for trading cards, and we're going to have to talk about that on a later video. But trust me, there's a thought process to this, and I think it might be interesting just to see what happens when we go down this road. So that's for another video. I'm going to go ahead and finish everything up to get to editing this video, and we're going to holler at y'all in a little bit. So if you guys like the video, please go ahead and give it the big thumbs up, and make sure that you're liking and sharing and all over, sharing this all over the internet. The big thumbs up, those likes are the lifeblood of the studio, of the channel. So please make sure you get, if you like the video, that you hit the like button. If you guys are new here, I'd like to say, what's up? How you doing? And I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, go ahead and please hit the subscribe button and join our growing family. If you guys want to talk to me, you can always reach me on Twitter and Instagram at DKG72. I have a Facebook fan page and a TikTok, that's David Gordon 72. Guys, I have a Patreon, Patreon/DKG72 Comics. That's the best way to support the channel, because you can get a membership at just a $5 level. And of course, there'll be other levels at higher memberships where you get things like free art and free digital downloads, and coming soon, classes. So that will be coming soon. So just be on the lookout for that tier. But if Patreon's not your thing, definitely have my coloring books, my graphic novels, sketchbooks, notebooks. All of those are listed and linked below, and those links are affiliate links, so they do help the channel. So purchase and help the channel and help keep us going. Other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.